All right, we are now live. Peace to all of my beautiful people. It is your favorite bookkeeper. And as you guys already know, I have been on this 14-day health and wealth challenge. And every night for this challenge, I have been bringing on special guests that are experts in their field. And tonight's special guest is the AI God and my friend, Spin City.
The
Yeah.
whole piece of the gods, piece of the family, nah.
Spin, I'm
What's
so
going
happy
on with it?
to have you here. How are you
Yeah, I
today?
appreciate you tapping me in with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Fit me in where I can get in at.
Absolutely. So, for those who don't know, who is Spin?
Who is Spin? So I got to go into the story real quick. I mean, Spin City. I mean, my name is Sebastian. My last name is Spencer. Um, so where the whole Spin City name came from was me being a waiver with the last name Spencer. One time we was in the boys' ranch, and my boy Buck had wanted some grease for his own ways, and that fool said, "Spin City, let me get some grease." And the moment he said he dropped the Spin City, I'm like, "What did he call me?" Shit, I ran with that shit ever since. I was 17 years old when he called me that, and here I am
Okay.
about to be 37 later this year, and I'm saying I'm still rocking with the whole Spin City movement. Is Spin City everything?
I absolutely love that. Shouts out to him. You said his name was Buck.
Yeah, boy, Buck, boy from Richmond, California, boy.
Shouts out to Buck. Okay, so what inspired you to be the visionary that you are today?
I got sons. And I used to be from a detrimental place. You know what I'm saying? I come from the ghettos of Northern America, so we all know what that's like. It's full of poverty, hatred, violence. So coming from there and then having my first son, Marion, when I looked at Marion, I knew my life had to change. And I've
Hmm.
always known somewhere deep down inside that the change I was gonna make wasn't gonna be only for me and my kids, but for the rest of the world as well.
Wow, that's amazing. So when I met you, I have known you to be Spin City, like the AI guy and all
Yeah.
things technology. But as I took the time to get to know you, there's a lot more depth to who you are.
Yeah.
And I found out that you are really into health and fitness. So
Yeah, that's
you
been my
have,
jam.
yeah, you have a very fascinating concept called the five better bees. Can you tell
Hmm.
the people what that is?
Yeah, the five better bees, man. That was my claim to I think that was my second claim to fame, but it's maybe third. But better belly, better brain, better body, better business, better bank. That is human optimization. That's how you live the best possible life for you and yours. You know what I mean? That's how you live the best possible life for you and yours.
It froze. Human optimization. I don't know why he froze, y'all. It was just getting good. Okay. Oh no. What happened? My guess is gone. It was just getting good. Well, okay. I'ma just fill in. Let me see. I don't know. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to see what to do. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, he's gonna try to come back in, but we're gonna see. Anyways, I'm so sorry for that pause, but we talking human optimization and the five better B's: better belly, better brain, better body, better business, better bank.
Boy,
There,
these computers, tech, boy, tech. God damn. All right.
no way. There's no way this is happening. What?
Bro, look at this shit jumping around, bro. I don't know. I don't know what type of time we on, honeybee, but this joint jumping up and down, kicking me. I can't share out.
Yeah, this is
I don't know.
crazy.
I don't know why this one. Yeah, I don't know why this one.
Um,
But we'll go again. better
Okay.
belly, the things that we eat, the real, true human fuel. So, when I was a teenager, so one thing about me is I've played every sport except water polo. Like water polo, I just couldn't tread water and play polo at the same time. It was just weird to me. But I ran track, I played football, baseball, shit, softball, volleyball, the good old regulars, basketball, football. You know what I mean? I've always been an athlete my entire life, even though I was poor. Like I could never make it on the team, but I could always play different type of ball in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So as I grew up, I became a personal trainer, nutritionist real early. I already knew that was what we fuel ourselves with is paramount to how we act, to how good we feel, how much energy we have, our capability to even build muscle, stronger bones, stronger tendons, all the shit. So I knew better belly. You know what I mean? To go into nutrition at the highest level, became a sports nutritionist with ISSA, et cetera, et cetera. So that was the better belly movement, knowing that you had to feel yourself. So the belly and your stomach directly speaks to your brain via the vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve in your body. That's why some people say when you get a gut feeling, it's like your first brain. It's telling you something,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why you can't act. That's why you act crazy. And Snickers monetized on it, saying you're not yourself when you're hungry. It's so true. You know what I mean? Because your gut microbiome is just like a whole bunch of bacteria that can really shift the way that you think and see things. So better brain, how you think, how you focus, your cognitive structures, your intelligence, your actual intelligence is better brain. So think better, see better, focus better, get your meditation, get your sleep, build your brain so you can think your way through life. Okay, with your better belly, with your good food and your good thoughts, you now go to the gym and you get a better body, more resilience, more strength. Um, being able to, it'd be hard for an entrepreneur to wake up every day with a stomach ache and try to go network and shake hands. How hard is it to go network and shake hands if you got a stomach ache and you feel weak and you can only lay in the bed? So if you lay in the bed for 10 hours a day, your body gets better at laying in the bed for 10 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
The more you lift weights, your body gets better at lifting weights. Like you can always see the human body is the most adaptable thing that we've ever seen on the planet, but we don't realize that we're it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you pump heavy weights, the weights have to get heavier so you can pump heavier weights. Like I said, again, if you can sleep for 10 hours, 12 hours, your body's going to get better at sleeping 10 hours, 12 hours, right? So you use that main trifecta of what you eat, how you think, and the energy and strength and ability that you have in your body, and you go do business, you go do commerce. And it's not always better business, but how do you make your currency? How are you better on the job? You know what I mean? How do you get your money? That's all that it truly is when it comes to better business. Because you ate good, you think good, you focus well, you got the energy to go do something,
Mm-hmm.
you go till the planet. And of course, that gives you better bank. Better bank is your investments, which but you're a bookkeeper. You know what I mean? So better bank and being in control of your currency, and then you spend your currency on your food that you eat, and your apps that you do your meditation apps, the gyms that you go to, your
Mm-hmm.
ads and stuff for your business, and it feeds itself in a circle, and that's all five.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I hope everybody listening is taking notes on this. Okay. I definitely am. The five better B's is just all around better human optimization. So
Mm-hmm.
that has been my mantra this entire time that I've been on this health and wealth challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to be better, like overall. And I love the way that you put it. It's such a fascinating concept, and I
Mhm.
absolutely love it. So because you are into technology and AI, but you are
Yeah.
also into health, is there any correlation between the two in the near future? Like, how can we use AI to make us better humans?
So what you want to start with is like a smart tool. Like I don't have it right now because I've been self quantifying for like 5 years already. So self quantifying is reading your vitals every day. So sometimes I wear a Whoop strap, right? So you listen to Whoop, go to a Whoop strap or go to an Aura ring. These things track your calories, your heart rate variability, your sleep, your deep sleep, your REM sleep, your light sleep, time spent awake, breaths per minute, and it tells you a lot about what's going on in the body,
Mhm.
right? So, all right, so let's go to something real quick. I recommend that everybody go get like a full blood panel test to learn about themselves, and then you'll go get like you can go get stool testing done as well, right? Test your stool, test your urine. Get a Dutch test. A Dutch test is a dry urine test for comprehensive hormones. The more that you know about what's happening inside the body, you can then figure out what you want to put inside the body. So what comes out of the body tells a lot about what's happening inside the body and what you've been putting in there and how your body is, turning into waste, turning into fuel, etc. So with this documentation, with these tests under your belt, ketone test, glucose test, micronutrient test, vitamin test, vitamin and mineral test, you can always test your body through doctors. So with this paperwork, you don't have to really listen to the human doctor. Whatever you know about health, whatever you know about fitness, you can then take all this documentation back to artificial intelligence, right?
Mhm.
And ask AI. So my blood is like this, my ketones are like this, my hormones are like this, my glucose is like this, I sleep like this. Submit your Whoop data, and
Mhm.
AI can map out your next meal plan, exercise plan, sleep plan,
Mhm.
wake up, your wake up habits, your pre-sleep habits, and AI be there to just help you out and to even further optimize everything that you do.
Right. Okay, y'all. So back to your notes. Go get your test done. And then after you get your results, then put all this information into AI and it will help you to better optimize your patterns, your daily habits, so that way you can be better.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely to match you up with all the foods that it knows to. Come on, it's artificial intelligence, it's databases. So it literally knows shit that a single human doctor, even though they be like, oh, go get a second look. With AI, you're able to get hundreds of looks. Put all your documentation through deep research on OpenAI's ChatGPT, on Gemini 2.5 Pro. Put it in a Grok's deep research. So if you do deep research on yourself with AI, bro, you're gonna learn everything about yourself. Y'all can go put y'all birth and natal charts in AI, and you're gonna get the best stories you never seen in your life, and it's really about you.
Yes. So I heard you talking about is it a whoop ring you said that you wear around
Yeah,
your
it's a
wrist?
Whoop strap. It's WHOOP.
Okay.
You be seeing them nowadays. You see them on major entrepreneurs' wrists. I just been
Mm-hmm.
wearing that shit for 4.5 years straight, so I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Everybody that's new to it, they got their shit on.
Are there
I don't even know where
any
my shit is
other?
at.
I'm sorry.
No, I just
Are
I
there,
just don't know where it's at. Go ahead.
okay. Are there any other tools or apps that you would recommend people use?
What for health?
Yeah.
I would say like MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal helps you track your calories and your proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and those are the key things to um, health and nutrition. When you're starting up your body, protein helps you build your muscles. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? That's what the powerhouse. That's how you keep your muscles strong, dense, powerful. You know what I mean? Get your proteins in, but get your carbohydrates, get your fats for your brain. That's better brain action with your fats, carbohydrates. If you need some, there's people that go no carb diets. And that right there, y'all, is the key to why I had coined the term a while ago. I did coin the term a live it instead of a diet because being a nutritionist and being a person that makes I've made over 1,100 meal plans for people nationwide, almost worldwide at this point, because I got people that I've trained in London, UK, Australia. But when it comes to a diet, so when a person like me prescribes you a diet plan, sometimes it doesn't fit for people. A diet plan is just not the foods that you should eat to build muscle and drop fat. It has to be a food that you like. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be tasty. It has to be something that you can see yourself consuming every day. It has to be literally something you can live with, not die with. You know what I mean? And it's just been
Yeah.
it's been so long in the health and fitness realm is I got the diet plan. Spin has never had the Spin City diet plan, the Spin City lift weights plan, the Spin City MMA plan. No, I don't plan the shit that worked for me, not finna work for you and not about to work for nobody else that's listening. It's
Right.
I'm spend by myself. My kids don't eat like me. My parents don't eat like me. Like my brothers don't eat like me. My folks around me don't eat like me because we're all built
Mhm.
different. You know what I mean? What I can eat every day, somebody can't stomach once. So why am I prescribing them that in a meal plan? It's kind of crazy. You know,
Mhm.
people, oh, eat your Brussels sprouts and eat your tomatoes. I ain't never had Brussels sprouts and tomatoes, and I'm strong as fuck. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just, you know what I'm saying? You got to live it out, man. Don't die with it.
Live it. I absolutely love that term. I've been using it, but I didn't know that it originally came from you.
Yeah, I
Where
got
do
the
you
man. You know,
hear
I
that?
keep all my receipts. It's on the internet from
Yeah.
2021. It might be 2020. You know, I can go back.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's dope. I don't even remember. I think I heard it from Yaki. So if you reach his ears, that's amazing. But
We gonna
yeah,
see.
I
I
mean,
got my receipts though.
right. And what do you think about people eating for their blood type? Because I know how you said what works for you may not work for me. But what if we have the same blood type? Is it still an individual type thing?
Yeah, just because we got
Okay.
the same blood type doesn't mean we come from the same part of the planet. I can have the same blood type as somebody again in Australia, but I've never tasted foods or a certain blend of food from Australia. I can have the same blood type as a cast from Africa, but he grew up on jollof rice and all these other things that I've never even had. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
let's take this to be all Americans. I can have the same blood type as one of the redneck hillbilly folks that live in the trees, but they've been making their life off possum and raccoon, and that's just what they do down there. I don't hate on nobody and how they come up. If you made it to 30, 40, 50 years old off possum, fine. That's where you from. We can have the same blood type, but I ain't never had a possum in my life. To
Right.
me, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not going to get no possum in my system now, but I'm going to go down to the fried chicken shack. Something that, the redneck can never eat. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just blood type alone, it can't do it.
Okay.
We often have the same gut microbiota as our mothers. That
Okay.
depending on what our mother ate frequently, we get the same gut bugs, gut microbiome. You know what I mean? It's bacteria that live in us. Human bodies are more bacteria than they are human cells. AI it, Google it. Maybe I'm talking outside of my neck. I'm talking about it's real
Okay.
shit going on. We more bacteria than we are human cells. Straight up.
What? Okay, I'm gonna write that down too. I did not know that. There's
Oh
more
shit, man. It's
bacteria
real
than
crazy
cells.
shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think right now is a good time to let people know where they can find you and do like a quick drop.
I mean, everything is a Spin City HQ. Everything is Spin City headquarters. You know what I mean? Because I allow the internet to live in a quarter of my thoughts. Those are my headquarters. So Spin
Okay.
City HQ, Spin City underscore HQ. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Spin
So y'all
everything.
go from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Where else can they find you?
LinkedIn. Well, LinkedIn, I'm Sebastian Spencer. That's what you gotta do. You gotta put your name up on there. So your
Okay.
boy C Bass is in class. You know what I'm talking about? When they go to LinkedIn, we doing business. We do an AI automation agency. So we automate all your digital designs and all of your digital products. We just do that as an agency. We help you build up Shopify's, go high levels, content, short form, faceless, DM automations, everything that we do. You know what I mean?
All right. There you
Pretty
guys
available,
go.
folks. We on TikTok. We on Snapchat. Omnipresence, man. Omnipresence. Everybody be everywhere because you never know where somebody could want to find you and they don't use Instagram or maybe they don't use Facebook or maybe they don't use this, that, and the other. Let people find you in this world. People are everywhere.
Okay. Awesome. All
What's
righty.
your
So, huh?
You got that little K?
Okay. What practices or habits do you have on your day to day that keep your creativity flowing?
Habits, creativity. I don't know. To me, my creativity just it come out of my head. It just comes out of my mind. Like sometimes I just be sitting here staring into space, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, I'm about to make a new YouTube show." You know what I mean? Oh, I'm about to create like a music video. I'm about to create the team a fighting game. I just be looking in the sky sometimes. I don't know
So
if it's a piece of the God.
you don't have to be like in a certain setting. You don't like the room dark. Like it just flows.
Yeah, it just comes to me like, well, always been like a freestyle rapper. So ideas come to my mind like real fast, and I just be having to spit that shit out, get that shit out. So
Mm-hmm.
ever since I was
Okay.
young, I just always had that ability just to prompt up my own imagination really quick.
Okay. I love that. For me, my creativity, it comes and it goes. Like some days I'll have just an amazing flow of creativity, and then some days I'm just like chilling and I want to see somebody else's creativity. So
Hmm.
mine is kind of, it comes and it goes.
Man,
What
it all comes and goes.
huh?
It all comes and goes. I just don't need anything to like prompt it up.
Okay, makes sense. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting their journey of self improvement and human optimization?
Read the book Seven Habits of Highly Successful People. Read the Eighth Habit after that. Read well, listen to audiobook. I know folks don't be wanting to read books, but it came from reading a lot of books. It came from the Imaginary Council. So the Imaginary Council, I imagine my council got John D. Rockefeller on it. It got Derek Grace on it. It got, whoever you see that is somewhere that you want to be. If you aren't able to tap into them, go back to their content, read their books, so that you can see worlds that you've never seen before. Because I always say that, like, when you come from the ghetto and you stuck in the ghetto for so many years, so often, and only things that you can see is corner store, liquor store, gun store, corner store, liquor store, gun store, violence, shouting. You never even you've never visited the suburbs before. You don't
Mhm.
know that mansions exist. You don't know that there's rich people, you know what I mean, with chandeliers worth more than this whole apartment complex. Like, you have to go see that though. You know
Right.
what I mean? How you gonna get rich if you ever never seen what a rich person live like? How
Mhm.
can you ever go get, what I'm saying? How can you ever go get a fast car, a race car, if you don't be where the racers be? How can you ever, start a business if you're not where the businessmen are, the businesswomen are? If you're not finding some type of imaginary counsel, whether it's a book, some YouTube action, or even really getting with a mentor, um, I don't really see anybody being successful, folks. So it always starts with imaginary counsel. Get them people, get those mindsets, get those tweaks, get those systems imprinted in your mind. You hang around 9 millionaires, you be the 10th one. You hang around with 9 killers, you be the 10th one. You hang
Mhm.
around with nine anything, you the 10th one. So that's where to always begin to look towards where you want to go and find imaginary counsel.
Yes, absolutely. And a thing too that I absolutely love when I'm trying to expand my mind is traveling. Whenever I travel, my mind is expanded in new ways. So definitely, like you said, reading those books, watching the YouTubes, and having your imaginary counsel. I
Yeah,
love
and then I still like, so when you're traveling, say you don't got no cheese and you're trying to travel, you can't do it. But you can go to the library, you can turn on YouTube, you know what I mean? You can go to a person page. So if you're gonna bootstrap it and you just getting started, I would say, yeah, go that way.
that. Yeah. Okay. So for both yourself and our communities, what do
Mhm.
you envision for our future, and how do the five better bees play a role in it?
You say our culture, our community, more people like
For
us.
yourself and for our communities, yes. Yep.
Okay, five better bees. You want to eat healthier. You know what I mean? You can't become better. So you can go to all the imaginary council you want to. You know what I mean? And then again, it's shit. Matter of fact, the imaginary council is gonna help you eat better. But anyway, man, if you're not eating right and not fueling your one and only human vessel right, bro, you get one time to be here. People love to turn YOLO.
Right.
That's true, motherfucker. You only live once. So why die earlier? Why
Mhm.
die earlier to your own mouth? Why die earlier to your own fork? You only live once, but you can't stop eating bullshit. Could you imagine telling yourself that to me, man? I love myself so much. I'm just so great of a person that I'm fit to just I'm fit to eat duct tape, nigga.
Mhm.
They telling you it's plastics in the food. They telling you some of the food fake, some of this. And I'm not about to sit up and hey, get your fast food when you want quick calories. But don't be McDonald's in the morning. Doritos and Cheetos and burritos for lunch,
Mm.
KFC for dinner. Like, bro, imagine what's going on inside. You put all fake food in your system day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. You're gonna become that. And people often don't notice years go by. They be 30 years old. You know, I'm talking about they be 40 years old eating the same thing, and then they try to go into one of those flash diets. Like, bro, that shit
Mm.
gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So take it slow, start to change what you eat, start to change what you think, and start to change what you see. Right. So that's another better brain thing because you are what you consume. It's not what you are. You are what you eat physically, but you are what you consume by the music that you consume
Wow.
most consistently. Um, by the things that you watch. Like me and my brother often talk about like some of these shows where they fight a lot and they argue a lot. The sounds are so low vibrational from these shows. And
Right.
imagine that just being on while you in bed. People screaming at each other, yelling at each other, breaking glass, fights, battles, derogatory language. It's like, bro, you are what you consume. So your brain is going to often, again, you're around 9, you're gonna be the 10. So y'all definitely be on the lookout for what you consume as far as your brain goes. Go exercise, go walk. You know, if you can't hit the gym, cool. You know what I'm saying? Do push-ups, do jumping jacks, do air squats. Move your body. Again, the human body is the most adaptable thing on this planet. Just about. The more you can squat, the more you can squat. The more you can walk, the more you can walk. The more that you can lift, the more that you can lift. If you don't use your human body, you start to lose your human body again. You only live once, motherfucker. So why are you sitting in your chairs all the time, just hella TV, just in your chairs? Bro, no, go out and take a fucking walk. Get
Mm.
vitamin D from the sun. Go get fresh air in your lungs. You know what I'm saying? Treat your body right. You only gonna have this physical body, and it doesn't matter what you believe. If you imagine, if y'all think, well, I could just wreck this body because I'm gonna reincarnate, you get to be this name, this human, these ears, these eyes, these kids,
Right.
these parents, these siblings, one motherfucking time. If
Yeah.
you reincarnate as Ralph, like, bro, you're not gonna remember who you were as Sebastian. So
Mm.
scratch all that, man. Walk more, push up more, squat more, stretch more. Just do all your, I'm talking about just do stuff with your body because the more you can do stuff with your body, it's not like, that's why people, oh, well, I got out of shape. You got out of shape because you stopped moving.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, if I'm traveling and I'm not able to hit iron in the gym, I'm moving around. I just pace around, just walk around, just bend myself up, make sure all my ligaments can move. You know what I'm saying? So move your body around. Do good business. You know what I mean? Be diligent when it comes to your clients, your business partners. Be intentional, nurture your relationships, and then do right by your currency. You know what I mean? Do right by your currency. Just don't give your currency away. You live one time, you get this currency one time. Don't just go give it off to anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Our community be worth like trillions of dollars in spending power, but we don't have a lot of ownership in the country. So that's the 5. Watch what you eat, watch what you think, watch what you
Yeah.
move your body, do right, nurture relationships, do good business and commerce, and then watch your currency, spend your currency on all of the folk.
Yes, absolutely. I had my brother on a few lives ago, and he was saying I believe it's a scripture. He said that was in the Bible, but what you do diligently will put you before kings. And so
Mhm.
taking care of yourself just diligently will, it just makes for a better life. And
Yeah,
doing good business will put you in the right rooms, taking care of your money, taking care of your mind, your body, and your belly. It is absolutely necessary.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the last question is a two-part question. So the first part is, what legacy do you hope to leave behind? And the second part is, what message do you want people to take from your journey?
Say the first part real quick.
The first one is, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
Legacy, I want to move on. I mean, I'm a man. I'm a warrior archetype, so I like legacy. It sounds good, but it's kind of fleeting though, because once I get off this planet, people are gonna believe and think about me what they want to believe and think about me. So
Mm.
why I say that is because we've watched some pretty great people get dissed, get talked about, get talked down upon, frowned upon, So I would say I want to leave a good legacy. Man, I want people to be able to say, man, bro, you remember Seabass, bro? You remember Spin, bro? He used to talk to the AI joint, woo woo woo. But when the last person that remember me passes away, the memory of me passes away. Like it's been in a movie before. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? All this legacy talk again, it sound good. It sound pretty mighty. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave my foot in the stone too. You know what I mean? So um it'd be cool to be remembered as a powerhouse, as a force to the to the machine. Again, I'm a warrior archetype, so I'm taking a fight back to the machine. Um so I mean that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 years down the line when 10 generations of my family is gone, maybe they think about me. Maybe it's AI. I'm talking about maybe we can stick around in AI, but that's just what I think about legacy. Yeah, I want some. It sounds good. Hopefully I get it. But then again, 500, 700 years down the lane, mhm, maybe I'm forgotten. I don't really know about it because I can't live that long as far as.
Right.
But then what was the second one?
The second part is what message do you want people to take from your journey?
Oh man, that you can come from the bottom and reach the top. You know what I mean? My whole
Mhm.
from the streets to Silicon Valley movement and what I've been able to overcome as a homeless child, being homeless once my dad lost his video game store, so living on the streets, living out of motels, hotels. So if you've been down on them struggles and you had a traumatic childhood, look at yourself today and say, damn, look what you did with that child. Because, we become parents. And what I do with my children, what I mean, I teach them, not only do I teach them, but I take them to martial arts school. They shoot their bows, they shoot their pistols, they lift their weights. You know what I mean? They know how to run, they know how to climb, they know how to jump. They understand nature over what we got, what I'm saying, in the room. So they spend a lot of time on beaches and in forests and on mountains, on hills. They hike, they look in the sun, they get dirty, they get roughed up. They just, they know how to live a natural life and they know how to control the electronics. They don't just fall for, just staying inside of the tablets forever. It's like my kids like to go outside. So with all that being said, I also parented myself on the way up,
Mhm.
right? No matter where I've been, my pops had to go to work for 12 hours a day. Where was I at? I ended up moving with my mama. My mama got to work 12 hours a day because, I went from a single father to a single mother. So these fools got work to do so they can keep a roof over our heads and clothes on our backs and some bikes and some trinkets and some toys and some games. Other than that, outside, I raised myself, pretty much, this imaginary council movement, everything I talk about, I pretty much parented myself into. So with that being the story, getting up off them streets and going into tech, AI and robotics, like as a nigga, as the proverbial, I got a gang of tattoos, I'm slanging in, speaking my slang vernacular, whatever, from the Bay Area. So being from the
Mhm.
bottom of the bay to the top of the bay, what I mean, it's a pretty good story. It's decent to see, what I'm saying, folks go from, because usually when you got like the block bangers and the gang banger homies, they don't tend to go high up in tech or high up in computers and high up into that. They might go into sports, they might go into anything else, but to see like, what I'm saying, a ghetto kid go into tech, AI, and robotics, I think that's one hell of a story, even if it wasn't me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is like a bonus question. Will you ever write a book telling
Yeah,
your story?
it's always in the works.
Okay.
Even when I dropped AI plus AI equals AI, a piece of my story is in the beginning.
Mm.
But the overarching, story is always being written. It's always in my notes. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boy, um, our guy Derek Grace. He dropped something called the Family Bible. And what he does with the Family Bible is he leaves it open enough for you to write your own. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? How does your family move? Again, my family full of martial arts, full of, silent ninja techniques, silent feet, silent breath, how to breathe. Like, so what I mean by silent techniques, if someone were to break in your home 4 deep and you were by yourself, you know your house when the lights are off.
Mhm.
So cut your own power, pitch black your house, and learn different areas where you can crawl into a crevice, slow down your breath, slow down your heart rate, and get real silent. How to walk and step on your feet to not make any noise on the floor. Ninja techniques, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
just just shit like that. That's the type
Yeah,
of shit.
definitely. Shouts out to Derek Grace. He is a business partner of both of ours, and you guys are also working on some Grace Botics. I don't know if you're free to talk about that right now, but
Yeah,
I'm
Grace
excited.
Water is what's going on. So
Okay.
because like everybody, man, me and my brothers talking about it again. We all seen, maybe we didn't. The movie Small Soldiers. Small Soldiers is a bunch of toys that get radical, but they AI toys. They can speak
Mhm.
for themselves, think for themselves, and they toys off the shelf. Not Toy Story. Small Soldiers, y'all, where they go to war and they little toys and they shoot at each other, bows and arrows. So that got people riled up. But the next to them, like OpenAI, from ChatGPT, OpenAI did a business deal with Mattel. Mattel is the who got Barbie, Ken doll, etc., etc. So Barbie and them are about to become smart toys. So definitely, going into robotics with DG, we're gonna bring smart toys to our culture, to our community. So these are toys that you can put in the hands of your children, and they can expand imagination play, and they can learn because the little toy could teach you. And so what we see coming from the culture is like, what if you had a little um Martin Luther King action figure? And a
Right.
Martin Luther King action figure can recite the I have a dream. It could break down I have a dream to your child. The child could say, MLK, what did you think about such and such, such and such? And it's an AI based on all of the knowledge bases of Martin Luther King, all of his speeches, all of his books, all of the movies. It's put into an AI knowledge base, and now you have Martin Luther King an action figure. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to spearhead that mission for the community.
Yes, that sounds awesome. You would have to make like a Spin City toy.
Yeah, of course. We've already done it. It's like, and that's what be
Oh,
so crazy too, man. We've been talking about this. Me and Red Pill have been talking about this shit for a long time. Like smart toys. We did Fantasy Complex Industry. We told y'all about the comic books, the magazines, the plush toys, the action figures. Like, look how famous it went. You know what I mean? When it came out, everybody was making action figures themselves out the pack.
mm-hmm.
I was one of the key people pushing it, and then it went global. Cool, but what are we gonna do outside of making these action figures, toys, these alternate looks of ourselves if we don't do shit with it? When you can really make action figure, I told folks how to make a little plush doll. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? You know what that does for your business? Like you, Honeybee the bookkeeper. If you just had plush dolls and stickers and stuff on the side to offer out to people, it just makes it more fun. It just makes it more personal because I have a Honeybee the bookkeeper collectible item at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It might be like a real little honeybee, like a little bee with, you know what I mean? So being able to represent ourselves a little bit different out of the culture. It doesn't have to be rap sports. It doesn't have to be, entertainment, dancing. It could be toys. It could be smart toys. It could be computers. It could be video game consoles. It could be, come on, man. The
Yeah.
possibilities are always endless. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just expanding the mindset to expand the narrative of what we got going on as melanated people of Northern America.
Okay, I love that. So also you guys definitely, like he said, catch him and Red on Techno Tuesdays. That's where they are teaching and introducing a lot of the things that he is talking about. So, Spin, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you for being here. Thank
Yeah,
you
for
for
sure.
talking about the five better B's and human optimization. You guys make sure you go follow him on all platforms, and we will see you all soon.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Peace to you and yours. See you on the next
Peace.
episode of Life.